Heston Blumenthal isn't the only one trying something new this year, and it seems like the Asia Pacific is the place to be. Even Noma, the Copenhagen restaurant, which is again ranked as the world's best restaurant, opened its doors for a short time at the Mandarin Oriental in Tokyo. And then you have Gordon Ramsay and Jamie Oliver, both opening their first restaurants in the ultra-competitive Hong Kong markets. Hong Kong has become a kind of a hotbed for British chefs because Bread Street Kitchen is opening up after Jamie Oliver's.
Yes.
His new restaurant has kicked off.
Haven't been there yet.
James Atherton is here as well.
Yes.
And so,
Jason, Robuchon, Ducasse, I mean, all the big boys are here. So how cool is that? Two British chefs, Jamie Oliver and Gordon Ramsay, rubbing shoulders together in Hong Kong. At least I'm here. I came to my opening, right? This is live, yes.
What are you saying? That Jamie Oliver didn't show up at his opening?
But if you're going to open a restaurant in Hong Kong, at least turn up.
Very good point.
Yes. Anyway,
yes.
Moving on.
Moving on. I will put that to Jamie next time I see him.
That's a good question.
Yeah, okay. But
ask him, tell him I asked him.
Ooh.
Yes.
This is a showdown.
Bring it on.
I like that. I want to talk to you also about the competitive environment because, we talked to a famous investor last night. And he says the restaurant business too competitive. You don't have any monopoly power. Why get into it?
That's a very good question. I mean, here is not a cheap place to open. Rents are extortionate. Competition's healthy. This is not a flash in the pan, overnight. We're going to be here for a long time. Choosing the right partner was absolutely crucial. Dining concepts have been brilliant. They're a renowned, established, outfit already here with in excess of 30 restaurants. So that collaboration is important on the ground. But, from 1 star to 2 star to 3 Michelin star, I've never been shy of competition. Let's get that right.
We know chefs are competitive, and I guess Gordon doesn't like the fact that he keeps playing catch up to Jamie, at least when it comes to being the world's richest chefs. Jamie Oliver is #1. In 2014, he's worth an estimated $185 million, almost double Gordon Ramsay's $94 million. Austrian Wolfgang Puck rounds out #3. His Spago restaurant in Beverly Hills has been on the list of top 40 restaurants in the U.S. for more than a decade. So for all of Heston Blumenthal's stars, he doesn't even make the top 10. And the man at the top of that list, Jamie Oliver, well, he doesn't even have a star to his name. But the little red book and its funny-looking stars, because they don't really have sharp edges, can make a restaurant. And it's also strange that a tire company holds so much sway over the food industry. You see, Michelin started its list of restaurants 100 years ago, and the purpose was to get people to drive more. Because when you drive more, well, of course, you need more tires. But let's just listen in to the meaning behind each and every one of these precious Michelin stars. 1 star means it's a very good restaurant in its category. 2 stars means it has excellent cooking and it's worth a detour. That's if you are passing by. And 3 stars, well, it means it has excellent cuisine and it's worth a special journey. So where can you go to find the most stars in one place? Tokyo. Now the city has 281 stars, including the most 3-starred restaurants in the world with a total of 13. One of which is Kanda, run by chef Hiroyuki Kanda in the upscale district of Roppongi. One of the 3-star Michelin restaurants here in Tokyo is Kanda's house, and we are so lucky to be able to enjoy the artistry and the mastery from Kanda-san himself. So we're going to try a few of his dishes and tell you what they taste like. In fact, he's such a stickler for standards that he founded the Sushi Academy in London, declaring a war on the so-called pseudo-sushi he says you find in Europe. What is Japanese cuisine to you?
Real Japanese cuisine, it's in a philosophy. For example, French cooking, it's like an orchestra. The Japanese cooking is sometimes solist, sometimes duet. It's not many things into the dish.
Why do you think Tokyo has more Michelin stars than any other city in the world?
The advantage of Japanese cuisine, or especially Tokyo cooking, is we count many ingredients. Simplicity is the key word of Japanese cuisine, of course. But it's because we have good ingredients. Look, we can't touch anymore. We just add some salt. We don't have to cook anymore, sort of things.
Here we go. So this is tuna with truffle, a Kanda specialty. We're gonna meet another famous chef here in Tokyo. His restaurant is one of the 50 best in the world and has 3 Michelin stars, but his expansion plans are going after a whole different stratosphere. His obsession with technique is legendary. Chef Seiji Yamamoto once even CAT scanned a fish to try to figure out how to debone it more effectively. And his restaurant, Ryujin, has been ranked as one of the world's best for the last 5 years. And now for Japan Airlines, he can bring that magic to its first-class menu. Yamamoto-san, you have partnered up with Japan Airlines. In fact, I think you're the first 3-star Michelin chef to start making their first-class meals. Why does someone like you want to get into airline food?
As someone already involved in Japanese cuisine, Japan Airlines and I want to challenge the way that most of us think about the food we get served on planes.
So, Chef Yamamoto, tell me, how are you going to change the world of airline food, which doesn't have a great reputation in the world?
We are treating this more like a restaurant with 8 seats. It's not just about what we offer, what we cook, but thinking about how best to present the meal.
So we just saw Chef Yamamoto's cuisine at his award-winning restaurant, but this is the new frontier for him. We are at the Japan Airlines' test kitchen at Haneda Airport, where we're seeing the preparation of the 5-course first-class menu, and this is where the magic happens. According to Skytrax, the best first-class food is found on Etihad. Japan's ANA comes in at number 2. And while Japan Airlines is in the top 10, they're hoping that Yamamoto's flair for expanding the definition of Japanese cuisine will help it move up the rank. But Jal isn't only perfecting the type of food, it's also working on how to serve it. Flight attendants spend hours in a mock-up plane learning how best to prepare and deliver Yamamoto's creations at 30,000 feet. But nothing beats real life and being on the actual plane itself to enjoy the Japan Airlines' service. Thank you so much. Isn't that great? Well, also in first class, you get to enjoy some of the Japanese cultural touches, including, say, your own origami folded crane. And of course, don't forget Chef Yamamoto's first class Japanese menu. But for me, I'm just gonna sit back and relax, and I'll see you when the plane lands, okay? But Michelin is no longer the final say when it comes to food. A new list has emerged that can turn zeros into heroes.